And that brings us up to that little thing there over on the left side of the dash. Whoops, nice try, Mike.
Well,
I called it the shift light. There you are.
There we go. Yep, this is shift lights. Very important piece of equipment on a pro stock car and pro stock motorcycles. Because remember, 5-speed transmissions, they got to hit it just right. It will light up at the proper RPM, telling the driver to make the next shift. And pro stock car, that first 1-2 shift comes very quickly. Then they got to hold the shift a little bit longer on the next shifts. So, and for a driver to make a good run in pro stock, take a look. You're going to watch on the helmet. You see the light going through the gears. And they will adjust that for different drivers, because some drivers react a little bit quicker to the light, some are a little bit slower, so they will kind of lead the light accordingly so that the driver hits it just perfect to make that perfect run. Yeah,
that was Greg Anderson. This is on board with Jag. I wonder if Anderson ever puts his visor down. He didn't then. Look at one of the instruments, though, Mike. It's got some tape over it. Why would they do that?
Which one's got tape over it?
On Jag, it's, I don't know which. It's one of the 4 primaries there. Try and get a look there. See? Look right here. Huh?
Right there, the tape over. I would guess that that's probably the brake pressure, because what they do is they set the brake pressure when they go on the stage on the line lock. So that tape might be where the needle needs to be. He puts it there, pushes the button on the line lock, and then he rolls it in with the clutch and then releases it. And it held about 300 pounds of brake pressure off the front to hold the cars on the launch. That's just a guess.
Nice job, though. I like it.
73 with an 8, 205.32. Awesome.
Nice run.
Oh, yeah, quickest.
Yeah, I'd say awesome.
And you heard Roy Simmons call out the numbers to Jag, but he remains second and Line remains 5th.
They got to be happy with this, because remember the previous run, they had some kind of mechanical problem when Jaggy let the clutch out, but not this time. Look at him running through the gears. That's pretty much a perfect run for these conditions. Didn't improve on his earlier time, but he was only a couple hundredths of a second off his best time. That's about as good as anybody's done this session.
And for Jaggy, that is the best qualifying of the year. Go to Gary Gerold.
Well, just to follow up on your observation there from the camera on board Jag Coughlin's car, this is the gauge over here, the tape. He's folded it halfway up, so it's partially obscured now. Jaggy, what are you covering up and why?
Well, it's our temperature gauge, and you know, we try and be robots in these pro stock cars anymore, be as consistent as we can for the crew chiefs, and to get everything you know, from run to run, to be as consistent as we can. And one thing I always kept a conscious eye on was the temperature of the car, and you know, anymore that can play a little conscious on myself, you know, wanting to, you know, change my routine on the starting line. And so I asked them if they'd mind if we just covered it up and we just get out there and race like we know how to do. And so we've done that the last year and a half or so, and it seems to take that little bit of distraction out of there where I'm not looking at it, and I can just stay focused on doing what I love to do.
And this guy's seemingly got the class covered this year, as well as that gauge right there. No distractions whatsoever. They tell you if you start thinking about anything up there, it may cost you a couple of tenths.
Robo Jag tells you the story. Boy, you had that one cold, Mike.
Yeah, I missed that one by a mile. The brake pressure was one all the way to the left. If we had a little bit better camera shot, I could have seen that.